Hi, folks. I'm Chris, and this is my show, My Life's an Air Adventure. As you can see, I'm wearing my Arrow shirt because it's Wednesday, and tonight is the season finale of Arrow Season 4. Last night we just had the season finale for Flash Season 2. Quite a big cliffhanger they left us with. I'm here today to talk about the Geoff Johns money back guarantee on DC Universe Rebirth #1. I haven't read DC books in a while, with the exception of Gail Simone's Secret Six, which just got canceled again. This time it made it to 14 issues. The last time it made it late 20s, early 30s. I don't remember exactly. But I haven't read, other than that, I haven't read DC books in a while. But I figured, what's the big deal? If I don't like it, I can always send it back, and he'll give me my money. It was $2.99. It's 80 pages, which is quite a lot. And it's 80 high quality pages. It's not the old, it's not the old style of pages that they used to do. It's the slick pages. I don't know what, glossy, I guess you would call them. It debuts the new logo. See, you can see that logo for DC. And you can see this logo for DC, which I do not like. I never did. I liked the one they had before that one. Although it did take a while to grow on me, I think. And of course I liked the one from, 2004. So anyway, I'd heard some stuff about what's going on. What the premise of this new relaunch is going to be, and I thought it sounded kind of stupid. But I called my comic shop guy, who only does pre-orders. He doesn't stock his shelves because he's mostly a gaming store. To see if he had any issues coming in today, and he said he didn't think he did, but if he did, he'd send it back. He had 4. He sold me 1. And I opened it up, and of course it says this takes place after Justice League 50 and Superman 52. So read those first. And it's a voiceover or not voiceover, but you know what I mean. It's not thought bubbles. It's not speech. It's not speech bubbles. I guess it's thought bubbles, but they're not really bubbles. They're squares, yellow squares, red highlights, or red trim, black letters. It's just a big. It's a really. The whole thing is a voiceover, basically. Of this person going to various heroes, trying to get them to bring him back. All he needs is them to remember him, and he can come back. And he can't get anyone to remember him. One of the things I liked is Alfred and Batman are talking about the Joker, and Alfred's like, they caught the Joker in Civic City, 1 dead in the candy store, 2 more held hostage, but Master Wayne, the Joker, was caught outside of Baltimore 3 hours ago. They're transferring him to Arkham as we speak, so what is this then? Aren't there 2 Jokers? Or there aren't 2 Jokers. No, Alfred. The chair says there are 3. So we've got 3 Jokers One looks kind of like Cesar Romero. One is obviously the Alan Moore Joker, and one is the new one that I don't like, don't really care for, but we'll see. Although, actually, we won't, because I won't be reading Batman. But when you get to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Page 6, you find out who the person that is trying to be remembered, and well, let's just say it's going to make a lot of people really happy. I'm not going to spoil it for you here, but it is a character that a lot of people have been missing and complaining about. There's kind of a war on these characters. If you paid attention to movies and comics and TV shows lately, they all have a certain trait. And there seems to be a war on that trait. But we explore a lot of different characters. We explore... he goes to... I said he. This person goes and looks over a bunch of different characters. He goes from Batman to a woman in a police station waiting for Superman. Of course, Superman's been reported dead. So, you know, or that's the rumor, so they think she's crazy. And all she has is, I'm going to cover that, all she has on her is that, which got me excited, as I'm a big fan of the, I think it was the Mark Waid 3-boot of Legion of Superheroes. A lot of people didn't like that series. I personally loved it. But so anyway, there's a woman with a Legion of Superheroes flight ring. I'm assuming it's Saturn Girl. And then we go to Ryan Choi is being chewed out by a dean because Ray Palmer has gone missing and not showing up for class and whatnot, and then Ryan gets into his lab and is told, hey, come and get me. Then we go to Jamie Reese and Ted Kord, and they're talking about the scarab and whether or not it can be removed from Jamie's back. And then Dr. Fate shows up and talks about magic. We've got the new Green Lantern. We've got Damian Wayne, who I don't like. I'm going to be reading the new Teen Titans book because I like Teen Titans. I do not like Damian Wayne. For me, the Robins are Dick, Jason, Tim, Carrie, and Stephanie. There's no Damian Wayne, but he's there, so we'll see. So anyway, and he's celebrating his 13th birthday with an evil grin on his face after he blows out the candles. We've got the new Green Lantern. We've got someone staring at a fish tank, and his mom is talking about... He thinks his mom is talking about... I don't know. It's apparently Aqualad, but who's apparently gay. Who's apparently gay in this. Didn't know that. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not necessarily interested in Aquaman or Aqualad unless he shows up in Teen Titans. Which he very well may be. I mean, I guess it's Aquaman, or Aqualad. It's a little black kid staring at a fish tank. There's a woman with scars on her face who I have no clue who she is. She's got a hood. She's got a purple outfit and a hood, so I don't know. It looks like she's got purple hair. She's got kind of lightning bolt faces. Lightning bolts on her face. Can you see that very well? Sorry, I may have just given away the spoiler. But yeah, so I don't know who that is. And then apparently Diana has a twin brother born on an island the night someone else was. His name was Jason. He's out there in the world. He has great power, like you, Darkseid. Then there's a big splash page with a bunch of superheroes investigating Superman's disappearance, fight, whatever. And we've got Martian Manhunter, Firestorm, Raven, Starfire, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Vixen, Captain Atom, Black Canary, Captain Marvel, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Green Arrow, and Steel. We get some talk about how things aren't quite right. How Green Arrow and Black Canary aren't together even though they're supposed to be. We see Clark Kent and Lois Lane and their son John, but they're talking about Superman's death. We do get some of Aquaman and I guess, let's see, is it Mira? I'm assuming it's Mira. I think that's his wife. No. Didn't ever say her name. And some spoilery stuff that I won't get into. We got a brief one panel of Constantine and Swamp Thing. Some more spoilery stuff, but you probably have already seen who it is, and I apologize for that. It wasn't intended. Okay, so then the happy reunion. And the last thing is a warning for Batman. Okay, the last thing is a warning for Batman, a talk about his father in a letter, and Batman looking at something. Well, let's just say it's a big spoiler and I don't want to share it. But I thought at first I thought it was kind of bullshit, and then it was kind of cool once I actually read the book and saw. Then there's a epilogue, which is all about spoilers. So anyway, the Geoff Johns wrote it. And then Chapter 1, Lost, is by Gary Frank and Ethan Van Sciver, however you say his name, with Brad Anderson and Jason Wright as artists. Or wait a minute. Okay, no, Gary Frank and Ethan Van Sciver are the artists. Brad Anderson, Jason Ryder, the colorist. Chapter 2, Legacy, Gary Frank is the artist and Brad Anderson is the colorist. Chapter 3, Ivan Rice is the penciler. Joe Prado and Rice inkers. Hi-Fi colorist. Chapter 4, Life, Phil Jermins and Gary Frank pencilers. Matt Santorelli and Frank inkers. Gary Edeltaib and Brad Anderson colorists, and Epilogue, Gary Frank and Ivan Rice pencilers, and Frank and Joe Prado inkers, Brad Anderson and Hi-Fi colors. Special thanks to Mike Cotton, Brad Cunningham, and Amadeo Turturro, Nick J. Napolitano, letterer, cover Frank and Anderson. And then, yeah. Okay, so, let's see how much I got. Okay, so, the books that are going to be coming out, under the Rebirth mantle, we've got Titans, Titans number 1, monthly, starting July 27th. Wally West then uncovers a secret that will destroy his friends. Number 2, or the second book is Flash number 1, Fastest Man Alive, and it's twice monthly, starting June 22nd. And it's by Joshua Williamson, who I do like. We've got Titans is by Dan Abnett. We've got Batman vs. Gotham, and it's written by Tom King, and it is twice monthly. We've got Teen Titans, written by Benjamin Piercy, art by John Boy Myers. It's monthly. We've got Green Lantern, twice monthly. The biggest threat facing Earth's newest lanterns is each other. It starts June 15th. We've got Green Arrow. How can you fight the man when you are the man? Okay. It's written by Benjamin Piercy. We've got Aquaman. If you want peace, prepare for war. Twice monthly, June 22nd. Wonder Woman. Everything she knows and trusts will be taken from her. Written by Greg Rucka. Twice monthly. I actually might need to add that. Suicide Squad. Plausibly deniable, completely certifiable. Written by Rob Williams. Art by Jim Lee and Philip Tan. I like Jim Lee, but that's just not Deadshot, and I don't care about the rest of them. We've got Action Comics. Metropolis has a new Man of Steel, and his name is Lex Luthor. Now, Action Comics is not getting a new number 1. It is at number 957, but it is going to be twice monthly, and it is by Dan Jurgens. And then we've got Superman number 1, Man and Son of Steel, and it is twice monthly and by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason. Now there are other books as well. The ones I am getting are Green Arrow Rebirth, The Flash Rebirth, Titans Rebirth, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey Rebirth, Hellblazer Rebirth, Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth, Supergirl Rebirth, Blue Beetle Rebirth, and Teen Titans Rebirth. And I may actually add Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps and Justice League. I don't know. But yeah, so I have definitely failed the Geoff Johns DC Rebirth challenge in that I actually liked the book. Like, I was sure I would hate it. I haven't read DC in so long. But I had to... I have to admit, I tore through the book. It was just... I couldn't wait to read it. Read the next page and see what the hell was going to happen. Even though I knew sort of the ending. They lowered their prices. They're going to be twice monthly on some of their books. So we'll see. I've added a bunch of number ones, and we'll see after that if I actually enjoy them and want to read some more. So yeah, I'd highly advise you to pick this up. Like I said, it's going to please some old fans that were quite disappointed for a long time. Their favorite character is back, and you might have caught a glimpse. And it'll be curious to see where it goes with that twist ending. So, everybody enjoy Arrow tonight. I know that's hard to do sometimes. Hopefully Felicity will die, or it won't be all about her. But, you never know. So, everyone have a good night, and go read some comics. Bye.